Guess who's here with her first YouTube paycheck? I got my first YouTube paycheck this week. Woo-hoo! Well, actually, it wasn't. Well, was it this week? Yes, I think Monday it hit my account and it said Google, and I said, that's my YouTube payment. So I'm thankful. Give a little shout out for those who are trying to grow their channels big. I'm going to share with you basically how I came to achieve my first YouTube paycheck, and then also how to launch a successful channel so that you can get the views you need and you can start getting those coins, right? So for those who have been following me, you know it's been a long journey to get to even monetization, right? For those who remember, I shared it before. When I got to the proper amount of views for monetization, they changed it. So then they were saying you needed to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. So that's about 240,000 minutes. That's a lot. That's almost 250,000 minutes to get to monetization, right? But I was able to do it. I shared it in my monetization video. You can check that out. Miss Princess Dom monetization. Do a search on YouTube and it will pull that up. So, this has really just been a long time coming, right? I'm going to just shift a little bit and just share the business side of how I map out my earnings, or what I'm doing right now to just start mapping things out. So I have my notes right here because I want to break it down the way that it needs to be broken down. My goal is to make $2,500 a month with YouTube. So that's like my first goal. Once you hit that goal, you can always raise it from there. But I'm pushing myself to get $2,500 checks, and that means uploading videos, nothing else. So it doesn't mean selling merchandise. It doesn't mean putting links below. It means just from viewing videos, I want to earn $2,500. So that's a personal goal. You might start out and say, well, let me just start with 25. Anything I get is good. And that's fine. You have to find what works for you and do that, right? So, to meet my goal, I have had to strategize. So I have several playlists, and they are intensive playlists. So they're things that I share that anybody can, glean from, right? Some only want the relationship stuff, right? Some only come for the business stuff and the YouTube stuff, like this video right here. And there are some, who come and they just want to learn a little more about spiritual growth. So the way my channel is set up, I have to make sure at all times that I have enough good stuff for anybody in any of those categories who is coming to my channels, because the goal is to retain subscribers, not to lose subscribers, right? So you have to make sure that you cater to them all. And your channel might just be specific. You might just have one topic you cover and that's it on your channel, and that's perfectly fine. For me, I have about 3, borderline 4, but really 3 playlists that I pour into regularly, right? So sometimes I would upload spiritual stuff, and there's sometimes that I feel like, I'm on a relationship kick, like I am right now, marriage, everything, preparation for marriage, everything. And then I might upload 2 or 3 videos week after week or back to back, right? And my business playlist is kind of gaining traction because people want to know how I made my first 6 figures and how I've launched the channel, how I got monetization, and how now I'm getting YouTube checks every month, okay? A lot of people from Instagram, they follow me, they find me, and they follow my channel, which is good. So I map it out where I'm not trying to post a ridiculous amount to YouTube, right? I am trying to Map it out so that once a week I'm uploading a video that falls into one of the three major categories that people come to my channel for, right? Either relationships, either spiritual growth, or either business. So I monitor my views and everything very carefully. My numbers, I look at the numbers. I want to know how it's doing. And that's why a lot of times I'm asking you all, if you're benefiting from this particular video, to share, leave me a comment, let me know that you liked it, so I'll know what to do more of, and I'll stop doing the stuff that you really don't want to hear about. Because after all, this is my channel, but the channel is really about you guys. I'm grateful that everyone is here. I'm grateful for those who stuck with me from the beginning when I had like 10 subscribers. And right now, I'm really trying to grow this channel to 10,000 subscribers. I think I'm headed towards 2,000 right now. So I'm getting there. Right? So let's talk. I update along the way and I tweak it based on what I feel people want to see, what they want to hear. But let's talk about numbers. That's why you're here. You want to know how much my first YouTube paycheck was. You ready? Drum roll. Wait, let me get some of my pencils and try and do the drum roll. Drum roll. My first YouTube paycheck was $113. Now that's not shabby. That is not shabby at all. And here's some transparency. In all fairness, it was really less than that because there was a point in time when I had Google Ads on my blog and it had accumulated, but they have it set so that you don't get a payout until you hit $100, and then they either cut you a check or they make the deposit into your account. So $113 sounds like a lot, but from the moment I was monetized to the time I got my first payments, in all actuality, I really made $33. So I made $33. I got a check for $113, but I made $33 from my channel since I've been monetized, which has been less than a month. In less than 30 days, I made $23 because $80 of that $113 was a rollover from ads that I had on my blog, right? So they released my first payment. That puts me about $2,400 or so away from my goal. But, the key is launching a channel and being consistent with it. Because here's the thing. If I miss a day, if I'm busy, if I forget it's Wednesday, because I don't always schedule my YouTube videos, if I forget it's Wednesday and I don't upload a video, guess what happens? I still get views, I still get comments, I still get new people finding my channel every day. I remember when I first started my channel and I was trying to grow and I was trying to get subscribers. People would say, oh, don't worry about it, it gets easier. And I'm thinking to myself, how can it get easier if it's so hard even getting people to like it and comment or watch it, right? But here's what happens. Once you reach a certain momentum or certain level on YouTube, YouTube begins promoting your videos for you. So it begins to come up in search categories. It begins to get recommended if it relates to something else that someone shared that's really popular because yours is similar. So, it's just awesome how I can wake up some days and I'm like, okay, I'm getting comments. Oh no, today's Wednesday, I forgot to upload, which is why this video here is a little late too, because I had to throw on something pink, set up my camera, and then pour out. But I knew I definitely wanted to share about my first YouTube check. But here's some things to help make your channel a success. I know you came here to find out how much I made and also to find out how to make your channel a success, right? But here are 3 tips that I will give you. First thing, get people who are interested in your topic to subscribe. A lot of times we're so busy getting people to like our channel, but if I'm doing videos on, let's just say, people who like blue, and I'm begging people to like my channel, but they don't like blue, they might be a number in the subscriber count, but they're not going to watch it because it doesn't relate to them. If your channel is about music, make sure people who love music, you're asking to subscribe. If your channel is about business, make sure you're asking business people, right, to subscribe to the channel. It has to fit the people you're asking. You don't want to ask just because they're a friend, a cousin, a co-worker, a church member, or whatever. You want to make sure these are people who are not only taking a seat on your subscriber list, but you want to make sure that they are going to actually watch. Because if you need 4,000 watch hours, 240,000 minutes, you don't need people just sitting there. You need people who are going to watch when you publish a video and they get that notification. If they're just going to delete it, if they're just going to ignore it, then they're not your ideal audience. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, stay on topic, right? So, sometimes it's okay to veer off, right? So say that you have a channel about health food. You're talking about food and how to make great snacks for your kids, right? And you're doing that successfully. But the pandemic hit and you want to talk a little bit about that to your viewers, your subscribers. That's okay. But for the most part, you want to make sure that you stay on topic. If someone likes your channel, subscribes to your channel because you talk about love or relationships, then make sure you're talking about love and relationships and you don't just start doing wig install videos, just totally left field from what relationships has to do about. And I explained already how I break it up so that the 3 categories that I have, and again, you might only have 1 category, but the 3 categories I have, I'm consistently looking for content and building content to satisfy all 3 of those categories. Stay on topic. Stay on topic. Okay. And number 3, keep it fresh. Keep it fresh. Give true value and plug into trends. So what do I mean? Keep it fresh. Keep it lively. Look alive. Don't look like, here I go again. I have to do another video. Boo-hoo. You don't want to do that. Give true value, meaning, do some research on the topic that you're sharing about. If you have a channel where you're supposed to be teaching, then make sure you're giving relevant, meaty information that people are like, wow, I didn't know that before I watched your video. That's what you want. And also plug into trends. Again, always see how you can tie into something that's going on, because a lot of times if you tie in, when you title your video, it will pull people over. And here's a story, not very nice story, but Remnant International Church, right? We were talking about strongholds, right? And one of the strongholds is just about the spirit of perversion, right? So for instance, when we're using our tags, perversion is one of the tags, or spirit of perversion. And it brought a whole lot of traffic to the page that wasn't what we wanted, meaning there were people actually looking for perversion at the link, and they weren't looking at how to get delivered from the spirit of perversion. So, that's kind of a way of pulling into trends, but a negative way, but you can do it in the positive way. You want people who come to your channel to discover it, to hear what you're saying, to understand, to have great takeaways and you want it to be satisfying enough that they click the subscribe button and they watch, they follow, or comment. And that's it. I mean, get people who are interested, stay on topic, and keep it fresh. If you do that, your channel will grow, your checks will start coming in, your subscribers will go through the roof, but just focus. That's the main thing, focus. And just realize getting checks is good, but it doesn't happen overnight. It happens after you've put in the hard work and you've been consistent with your channel. So I hope that helps. I can't wait to reach my YouTube check goal of 2,500 so I can come back and tell you about that. Anyway, have a great time and keep making videos.